All right, here's another one of my all-time favorite Johnny Cash songs. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much to Ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't blame him, cause he'd run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red, some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and my fists got hard and my wits got keen. Now I roam from town to town to hide my shame. Well, I made me a vow to the moon and the stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars, kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. And I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at the table, dealing studs, sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the worn-out picture that my mother had. And I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. Well, he was big and bent, gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold. And I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." That's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across the teeth, and we crashed through the wall into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. Kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh, and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, the world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name, and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And that's the name that helped to make you strong." Yeah, he said, "Now you just fought a hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right. Kill me now, wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and spit in your eye. Cause I'm a sumbitch who named you Sue. What could I do?" Got all choked up and threw down my gun. Called him my pa and he called me a son. I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, and every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George. Hell, I might name him Pimp Daddy. Anything but Sue. Oh, dang, I hate that name. Not Pimp Daddy, Sue.